Hey folks, here we are with a brand new Novation Launch Control XL, the latest in the Launch family of products from Novation. Launch Control XL is designed to give you perfect integration into your Ableton Live sets. Whether you're producing or performing, Launch Control XL is the perfect method of being able to control all of your Ableton Live sets. As part of the Launch family, Launch Control sits perfectly next to all of the other Launch products, including, as we see here, Launchpad S. In this instance, we can see that the Launchpad S can take care of clip launching duties, and the Launch Control can take care of manipulating audio effects and instruments and all other mixing duties. If we look at this setup, we'll see that the Launch Control and the Launchpad S give us a perfect representation of what we have on our Ableton Live screen. At the top we have our clips in our session area. Underneath that we have two send effects, a pan control and our faders. If we look at Launch Control XL, we have send A, send B, pan and then our faders. This represents exactly what you see on the screen. So if you're familiar with Ableton Live session window, Launch Control XL is a breeze. Now the knobs themselves, well basically we have 24 of these, and you can see that we've got an LED light under each one. And the other really nice thing about these knobs as well is the fact they have a center indent. So it makes it really easy to reset any parameters that you might need to reset, such as for example DJ EQs or maybe a dry wet feature on an audio effect. But the other nice thing is that the center indent is really light. So if I want to do something like a nice filter sweep, I can easily just grab hold of the pot and just move it straight the way through, and it doesn't feel like the actual indent is going to hinder me in any way. It's a really nice smooth travel, and it won't affect any of your nice long filter sweeps at all. So, as I mentioned, we've also got our LEDs underneath each of the knobs, and these actually just represent what we're actually controlling at any given time. For example, the bottom row here is currently set to control my pan controls here, and if I press the device button, we go into device mode, and all of a sudden I instantly take control over the filter effect that I've got in this particular channel. But the really nice thing is that I've got this red LED now to tell me I'm in device control mode. This is a really nice feature because what it allows me to do is to not actually have to look at my computer screen at all whilst I'm working with Launch Control XL. Let's start off the Launch Control XL demonstration with just a very simple, straightforward house beat. We can see with the faders, we have a 0 point here, which allows me to instantly go to the correct position in our fader software. The top two rows here are controlling our send effects. So here we have send A, and then we can apply some send B. Now if we're using more than two send effects, we can easily access those as well. I'm going to very quickly create a return channel here. And on this return channel, I'm going to add some redux with just a slight bit of downsample, and then some resonators. Now, if I press the Send Select button, I can instantly access Send C. If I want to move back to Send A and B, I just press the Send button, and instantly I'm able to again take control of Send A and B. The pan controls at the bottom here allow me to place our sounds in the stereo image. But if I press the device button, I instantly move to being able to control the focus device within Ableton. In this instance, I'm instantly controlling the resonator. Now, I have 8 controls here instantly assigned to the resonator's controls. However, I've got more than 8 parameters on the device itself. In order to access the other parameters, I simply hold down the device button and then move to a device page. Now I'm able to control the pitch. The rows of buttons below the faders allow me to focus directly onto a track. By simply pushing the button, I instantly jump to that track. And the row of buttons below allow me to control different states for that track. For example, the mute switching. I can solo, or I can record arm any of the channels. Alongside this factory settings, we also have 8 user templates, and these allow me to completely self-map all of the controls on Launch Control XL. In this instance, I've mapped the 2 arrow buttons here to navigate my way around the session area, and I've also set the top row of buttons to be play buttons and the bottom row of buttons to be stop. Let's trigger another clip. Go back to the factory setting, and then we'll bring in the fader. Of course, at the moment we can't hear anything because this is set to mute, so let's unmute that track. Once again, you see I have a device on this track, the auto filter, and whilst we're set to device mode, I can instantly grab hold of that. This gives us complete control over all of the aspects within Ableton Live.